Hey, what's good, y'all? I hope y'all are well. It's another great day today, and today I'm gonna be telling you about all the different types of utility NFT projects are using. So let's get into it. So utility is probably a word you've seen or heard by now if you've been exposed to the NFT space. I always look for utility when I'm doing my due diligence and deciding if I'm going to get into an NFT or not. So let's start with that word. What is utility? Utility is going to be any benefits or use cases you get out of owning an NFT. Basically, what value do you get for owning this NFT? So with some NFTs, literally just owning it is good enough. This is the case with high art NFTs. There are some ridiculously talented people out there that create these digital masterpieces. And just like physical art, people will buy them just because they like the art and want to be the owner of it. So just like if you own the Mona Lisa, the idea is you get the bragging rights and the status of being the person that owns that masterpiece. Alright, and then we have profile picture NFTs. So profile picture NFTs usually have a limited supply of characters with unique traits. These are more community based. Basically, profile picture NFTs can double as a membership to certain communities. So again, you get the bragging right and status of owning one of these unique characters, as well as access and a membership to an exclusive community. Now, one of the most popular examples of this right now is the Bored Ape Yacht Club. This is a collection of 10,000 unique apes, and as you can see, one of them is going to cost you at least an arm and a leg. But if you own one of these, you have the right to use this picture anywhere online, and you are granted exclusive access to this community, which itself has its benefits. So look, there are tons of projects out there now dropping every day, and a lot of them are going to use buzzwords and say they have utility to make it sound like they're innovating or doing something new. I want y'all to be able to understand what these terms mean and be able to explain exactly what they do, so that you're not getting tricked by some bad project that's claiming it has some type of utility. Now, I wouldn't really consider high art and profile pictures to really have much utility, but those are types of projects that exist out there that I think y'all should be aware of. Now, the first real piece of utility I'm going to tell you about is a DAO. DAOs are an amazing concept that I feel like really every NFT project should be able to implement some way or another. With the DAO, the decision-making process and the direction of the NFT project is shared with all members of the project. So basically, a DAO spreads out the decision-making and the power throughout all of its members. So think of a company, usually the decisions are made by the CEO or a team of people at the very top. And then the work is distributed amongst everybody else. In a DAO, basically there is no top. Everybody involved in the company, or the NFT project in this case, would have a say-so in what happens next in the company. Everybody involved would be able to have a vote and a say-so. Or imagine a government that is actually ran by the people. There is no hierarchy. That's essentially what a DAO is. So here, let me lay out a clear-cut definition of what a DAO is for y'all. A decentralized autonomous organization is an entity with no central leadership. Decisions get made from the bottom up, governed by a community organized around a specific set of rules on a blockchain. DAOs are an internet native organization collectively owned and managed by their members. They have built-in treasuries that are only accessible with the approval of their members. Decisions are made via proposals the group votes on during a specific period. So let me show y'all some graphics real quick that helps explain what that's saying. So if you look at the centralized version right here, you see that everything's coming from the middle. All the decisions are coming from the middle. In a business, this would be the CEO or the team that's at the top. They're making all the decisions and outsourcing the work to all the other members. Now with the DAO over here, you can see everything is more distributed. There's not just one authority in control making all the decisions, calling all the shots. It's structured more so like a web. So as you can see, you might have multiple authorities spread all throughout, and they're going to be working with all the other members to meet a certain goal, to work towards the greater good of the project or the company. But the main point is all members can collaborate, vote, and make decisions based on the general welfare of the company or the project. Alright, so that's a DAO. The next utility I'm going to tell y'all about are utility tokens. Tokens are essentially a way to create value within a community. A token is going to be a currency or some type of reward you earn from an NFT. There's really an infinite amount of use cases for utility tokens. It all really just comes down to the community and how they decide to structure it. Tokens can be used to pay members in the community for doing certain tasks. They can be used to purchase exclusive items within the community. You can even convert the tokens into Ethereum or other cryptocurrencies. And from there, you can then convert that into cash. So yeah, that's definitely a piece of utility that's catching a lot of people's attention. So at the time of making this video, Cybercoins is hands down the most notable project that's implementing this piece of utility. But there's lots of projects out there that are doing this. Anonymized, Wicked 8 Bone Club, etc. But like I said, the most notable one right now is Cybercoins Genesis. If you own one of these NFTs, then you automatically generate 10 of these banana tokens every single day. And look, at the time this post was made, one banana was worth $60. So you're getting 10 of these bananas that are worth $60 every single day. That means you're making $600 worth of banana tokens every single day. So yeah, that's crazy, but you're hearing me correctly. I'm telling you that a Cybercoins Genesis NFT can make you $600 a day, all because it passively generates you these banana tokens. So you might be wondering, why is a banana token worth $60? How does a token even get its value? So all the money from the sales of the Cybercoins Genesis and any other revenue they make from their project all goes into a community wallet. This value is then divided equally into the total supply of banana tokens there are. And since only a certain amount of banana tokens will ever exist, that means if money comes into the project, then the value of each token is going to increase, and vice versa. If the project spends or loses money, then the value of each token is going to decrease. So that reinforces what I was saying, that really the community decides the value of the token. If they're making good decisions, then the project is probably going to generate more money and increase the value of all the tokens. And that's a huge incentive for all the members. But just always be cautious and pay attention to things, because a token can lose its value quick if the project runs out of ideas or ways to keep it valuable. And right now, the entire NFT space is pretty inflated, and a lot of these projects aren't going to survive the early stage that we're in right now. So yeah, always do your own research before putting your money into anything. But that's how the utility token system works. This next piece of utility is called Fractionalization, and it's a pretty cool but simple concept. What it does is it allows you to buy and own fractions of an NFT. So let's say there's an NFT that costs $100,000, but you don't have anywhere near that much. But you do have $1,000. Fractionalization is going to let you use your $1,000 to buy a fraction of that $100,000 NFT, which means you'd own 1/100th of it. So you can think of it kind of like owning a share or a stock in a company. You can't afford to buy the whole company, or in this case the NFT, so you just purchase a piece of it. And owning a piece of it is going to give you a piece of all the benefits. If that NFT is earning passive tokens, then you're going to receive a percentage of whatever it earns. If the overall value of the NFT increases, then so does your piece. So fractionalization is going to give people the opportunity to get in on NFTs that were either out of their budget or just too risky. It's a safer investment. Alright, so another type of utility is the ability to stake your NFT. So staking your NFT is another way to earn those utility tokens that I mentioned earlier. When you stake your NFT, you're basically sending it to a pool or a wallet to be stored. When you do that, it makes less supply of the NFT available, and with high demand, it's going to raise the price people are willing to pay for the ones that are available. It's economics 101. So in a way, staking your NFT brings more value to the project, and you get rewarded for staking your NFT as well. The project is usually going to pay you a certain amount of its tokens every day that you keep your NFT staked. And remember, those tokens can be used for things within that community, or they could even be converted into other cryptocurrencies and cashed out. So it's a pretty simple concept, but for sure a great piece of utility to have. Alright, the next utility is burning, and this one is pretty interesting to me. So it's similar to staking in that you send your NFT somewhere to be stored in exchange for a reward, which is going to limit the supply and likely raise the price of all the other ones. Except with burning, you're saying goodbye to your NFT forever. it gets burned and removed from existence. So this one is interesting to me because that's a pretty big sacrifice, and there has to be a pretty significant reward for you to burn your NFT. I mean, whatever the reward is has to be greater than the value of the NFT, right? Wouldn't make any sense to burn $1,000 NFT for anything of lesser value. So if you come across a project that mentions they're going to have burning as a utility, just make sure you're able to make it make sense. Make sure you understand what the reward is and why you would even want to burn your NFT. Alright, so I got a couple more. We're almost there. The next piece of utility you want to know about is breeding. Now, I don't really know if this adds any value to a project if you look at it from an economic standpoint, but it is a fun thing to be able to do. So breeding is taking two NFTs and using them to create a third. It's pretty self-explanatory. The traits from the two NFTs will be combined to create the traits for the new NFT. So these are crypto kitties. If you own at least two, you could breed them to create an additional one with new traits. It's pretty cool, but if you look at it from an economic standpoint, it may not be the best utility because you're always increasing the supply. And the more there are available, the less valuable they are. Alright, we're on the last one. The last one I got for y'all today is a launch pad. Launch pads are one of the dopest pieces of utility a project can have, in my opinion. Launch pads are a way to get the word out about new projects, and they give early supporters a chance to win. So basically, a new project may agree to give another community a percentage of their tokens and early access to buy their NFT. And in exchange, that new project has now been launched and exposed to that other community's entire audience, which is going to give them a lot more traction and opportunities. So one side gets in early on a great project, the other side gets a ton of exposure. They both win. So if an NFT has a launch pad, they may already have a list of different projects you'll be able to get early access to. Or they may randomly announce partnerships as they come along. So VFriends is an example of a launch pad. So far, VFriend holders have gotten early access to projects like Grills and The Drops. Dogepound is another project that has a pretty dope launch pad. As you can see, holders get early access to all of these projects coming out. If you hold one of these Dogepound NFTs, then you basically have a guaranteed spot in all of these upcoming drops. Alright, so I covered a lot of different utility that NFT projects are using. There's going to be a lot of projects that try to use some of these buzzwords to make you think that they're doing something new or big, but make sure you analyze it deeper before you buy anything. Why are they using that utility? How is it going to bring value to you? How is it going to benefit the overall community and value of the project? Because honestly, any regular person, me, you, anybody could do most of these things today. The instructions are all free and online. Like if you wanted to, you could create your own utility token, your own crypto, like in the next hour or so. It's really that easy. But that doesn't mean it's going to be worth anything. So I'm saying that to say, don't just look at what utility your project has, but understand why it's even going to bring value to the project and if it makes any sense. So that's it for this one. I hope y'all got some valuable information out of that. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions about anything I covered today at all. I'll be sure to respond and answer them, and I might even make a video on it. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. Alright, so look, if you made it this far, you're a real one, and I gotta let you know something. I don't want to give away too much information, but just click this, find this Discord link in the description, join it, and I'm telling you, you're gonna be in early on something big that I'm starting. So yeah, check the description. I'm gonna put it in the comments too. If you made it this far, you'll know to be looking for it, so join the Discord. Peace. Honestly, money just bought a pound of the guys.